Imagine being told from birth that your body is broken. You're legally blind, your spine's bent, and every doctor says you'll never lead a normal life. But instead of surrendering, you decide to become a champion bodybuilder. This is Jason Nakhla's story, a story of grit, resilience, and refusing to let his body's limits define him. Jason Nakhla was born with albinism, which made his skin extremely sensitive to sunlight and left him with severe vision impairment, a condition called nystagmus. With only 10% of normal vision, simple tasks were challenging, and he had to grow up knowing he couldn't see the world the way others did. But this wasn't his only struggle. As a teenager, he was diagnosed with Sherman's disease, which caused his spine to curve unnaturally. By the time he was in his teens, he was in constant pain and faced with one health challenge after another. Doctors told him his body wasn't built for intense physical activity. But despite these warnings, Jason wasn't about to let his limitations keep him down. In his heart, he knew he was meant for something greater. He just needed to figure out how to get there. By the time he was a young adult, Jason's body was failing him. His spinal condition had worsened, leading to bulging discs and nerve pain so intense he could barely stand or lift his arms. For 3 years, Jason became a prisoner in his own body. He couldn't work, he couldn't sleep, he couldn't even carry groceries. His back felt like shattered glass, and his once active life had come to a screeching halt. The simplest of tasks required help. His loving wife, Angeline, would help him get dressed, comb his hair, even shower. Every moment was a painful reminder of what he'd lost. The pain didn't stop with his body. It attacked his mind. Jason fell into a deep depression. He stopped seeing friends, stopped smiling, and became a shadow of the man he used to be. But there was something inside Jason that refused to let go. A spark, a small flickering fire that was still burning, telling him that this wasn't the end, and that's when everything changed. One day, Jason made a choice that would change the course of his life. Despite everything the doctors had told him, despite the pain, despite the endless setbacks, he decided to fight back. Desperate for a change, he started small. He signed up for a local hydrotherapy program and began with light exercises. Day by day, his strength began to grow, and eventually, the gym called to him. It was where he had felt alive before, and it was where he believed he could find himself again. Jason started small with 1 kilogram dumbbells, but even that was enough to send shockwaves of pain through his body. Many people would have given up after the first setback, but not Jason. Week after week, he returned, testing his limits, pushing through the pain, slowly learning what his body could handle. As months passed, Jason's hard work began to pay off. His body, though not pain-free, was getting stronger. The weights became lighter, the movements smoother, and the spark inside him began to grow into a fire. The gym became his sanctuary, not just for his body, but for his mind. Every lift, every rep wasn't just about building muscle. It was about rebuilding himself, and Jason was ready for more. Seeing the progress, Jason set an almost impossible goal to compete in a bodybuilding competition. He knew he would have to go all in with training, dieting, and posing, but he was determined. Unfortunately, just weeks before his competition, he was struck by another setback. A ruptured appendix landed him in the hospital, and doctors advised against competing, fearing the strain could be dangerous. But Jason had already decided he wasn't going to quit. With fresh stitches and a bloated stomach from surgery, he remained disciplined in his diet and mindset. On competition day, he took to the stage, each pose causing him pain, but he stood there proud. The lights were blinding, the room sweltering, and by the end, he could barely hold himself up. He thought he'd lost it all. Then, the results were announced. To his disbelief, Jason wasn't last. In fact, he placed third and even won the Most Inspirational Male award. He could barely hold back tears, overwhelmed with gratitude and pride. He had proven, not only to himself but to everyone, that he could overcome anything, that his body would not limit him. The win was more than a trophy. It was proof of his journey and his resilience. From there, Jason's life changed. He competed again and again, claiming titles, and even standing on the prestigious stage of the Arnold Classic. In 2019, he took home his first Australian title, an achievement that only fueled his passion further. He had turned what everyone saw as a weakness into his greatest strength. Today, Jason is stronger than ever. He's gone on to win multiple bodybuilding titles. He trains every day, still battling the pain, but always pushing forward. But Jason's journey isn't just about lifting weights, it's about lifting others too. Alongside his training, he works as a personal trainer, inspiring his clients with every rep and helping them overcome their own obstacles. He's also a full-time caregiver for his parents, balancing their needs with his work and his relentless pursuit of strength. His power isn't just in his muscles, it's in his heart and his unwavering commitment to those around him. Jason Nakhla is living proof that no matter how many times life knocks you down, you have the power to stand back up. His story is more than just one of physical transformation. It's a testament to the human spirit. This is what it means to be bold,